Hey guys, I love you. I miss you. I tried calling you tonight. Text your mom. You guys didn't. She didn't get back to me. So hopefully you guys call within the next 20-30 minutes. Otherwise, you're probably going to be sleeping. Well, I'll make this video for you guys, and I love you guys, and I miss you. And I will see you tomorrow for sure. Okay, so we are gonna work on the square knot again, Caleb, and I'll show you how to do it. And I think this rope is a little better than the other rope as far as seeing the knot. So remember, we have our working end, and I'll make it with the frayed white side so it's easier to see. So we have our working end and our running end, and our working end is gonna go over the running end and spin, and then you can still see our working end is gonna go over the running end again and spin, and then you have a square knot. And you know you got it right because you can push them together into the knot. Make sure you hold both pieces like this and just like that, and you can pull tight and you can loosen it up and you can pull tight, and that's how you do it. So I will do it again for you, Caleb, and then you'll practice tomorrow when I see you. Okay, so working end, running end. Working end goes, so the working end is going to go over the running end and spin just like that. And it's going to look just like that. And then you still have your working end right here. And it's going to go over the running end again and spin. It's like that. I know it's going to take some time. I'll keep doing it in my videos, and I'll show you in person. And that way you will have the square knot, one of the most useful knots there are. One of them. So, next thing I got is for Braxton. I know you like the Skinnamarink Dinky song, so I will go ahead and sing that one. Skinnamarink Dinky Dee, Skinnamarink Doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Skinnamarink dinky dee, Skinnamarink doo. I love you. Okay, so for all of you guys, I got a book that's called Inside a House That Is Haunted. And so I figure it's a good Halloween book that's appropriate for this month. And I also got actually I might just only have enough time for that book. But tomorrow I'll read Dinosaur Days, which looks like a really good book. So we'll start with Inside a House That Is Haunted. Oh, there's another book inside of it. So, here is a house that is haunted. Here is the hand that knocked on the door outside a house that is haunted. Oh, that looks like a Frankenstein hand. Here is the hand that knocked on the door and startled the spider that dropped to the floor inside a house that is haunted. Okay, make sure you guys can see that. Here is the hand that knocked on the door and startled the spider that dropped to the floor. That frightened the ghost who awoke and cried boo inside a house that is haunted. See? Here is the hand that knocked on the door and startled the spider that dropped to the floor. That frightened the ghost who awoke and cried boo, surprising the cat that jumped and screeched meow inside a house that is haunted. Looks like he got his tail caught. Here is the hand that knocked on the door and startled the spider that dropped to the floor, that frightened the ghost who awoke and cried boo, surprising the cat that jumped and screeched meow, that shook up the bats that swooped through the air inside a house that is haunted. Here is the hand that knocked on the door and startled the spider that dropped to the floor, that frightened the ghost who awoke and cried boo, surprising the cat that jumped and screeched meow, that shook up the bats that swooped through the air, and jolted the owl that called, "Who's there?" inside a house that is haunted. Here is the hand that knocked on the door, that startled the spider that dropped to the floor, that frightened the ghost who awoke and cried boo, surprising the cat that jumped and screeched meow, that shook up the bats that swooped through the air, and jolted the owl that called, "Who's there?" that spooked the mummy who ran with a shriek inside a house that is haunted. Here is the hand that knocked on the door, that startled the spider that dropped to the floor, that frightened the ghost who awoke and cried boo, surprising the cat that jumped and screeched meow, that shook up the bats that swooped through the air, and jolted the owl that called, "Who's there?" that spooked the mummy who ran with a shriek, rattling the skeleton who moved with the creak, inside a house that is haunted. Here is the hand that knocked on the door, that startled the spider that dropped to the floor, that frightened the ghost who awoke and cried boo, surprising the cat that jumped and screeched meow, that shook up the bats that swooped through the air, and jolted the owl that called, "Who's there?" that spooked the mummy who ran with a shriek, rattling the skeleton who moved with a creak. That woke the monster who stomped on huge feet, threw open the door, and heard, "Trick or treat!" inside a house that is haunted. And this guy scared him. It's funny. Ah! The end. The little kid scared all the monsters. That's a good book. Okay. Well, I love you guys so much, and I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow, and I love you guys. I love you guys so much, and you mean the world to me. And I really hope you guys are getting these videos. It'd be awesome and amazing. Ezekiel, can't wait to hold you, little guy. Can't wait to see you some more. All right, bye.